Hi. In the next few minutes, I would like to acquaint you with two programs in Linux Mint with which you can make screenshots and snips. Um, they're quite different, but they're both very useful. Let's go to Start and Accessories. And in Accessories, you find a program called Take Screenshot. Save images of your desktop or individual windows. So let's have a look at that. You have three options here. Grab the whole desktop, grab the current window, which unfortunately doesn't seem to work, or select an area to grab, which is actually a snip. That one works. I'll show you the two options that work. So you go to take screenshot, and here you have a screenshot of my desktop, which it was very simple. And then you can save it in folder, and depending what you selected, I selected desktop because that is probably the handiest, but you have other options. You can go to your folders here, or directories, how they're called, and put it in, for example, pictures or documents. The other options, file system, floppy drive, who has a floppy drive, probably not very useful. So you can save it, and we save it to desktop, and there it appears on desktop. And if you open it, double click, then we have a picture of our desktop. Uh, Very simple. So let's delete that because we'll accumulate quite a few. So let's go back to it and take the other option that works, which is select an area to grab, which is this one here. And you say take screenshot, and then you select an area, and let's select this ship here. You probably don't see the selection frame because it's very faint, but it's good enough. And we'll save it. You'll see it on the picture now. That is actually the ship in the back there that I have selected. So very straightforward. Either a full desktop picture or a snip. Nothing really unusual. Let's delete this one too. Okay. Now there's another option, and that's much more sophisticated. Let's go to the software center here, to the software manager, and look for it. And it's called Shutter. Shutter. You don't have to do anything. Don't have to press enter or anything. It'll appear automatically. And there it is. Double click on it, and Shutter appears, and it will tell you everything that you want to know. In my case, it's installed, so the button here, the option would be remove. In the case where you don't have it yet, it would say install, and you just click on this button, and you'll have the program in 1 minute. It will also appear in accessories, and that's where it is. That's Shutter. Now I have actually pinned it to my taskbar down here, and let's start it from here. Okay, there are already three. Let's delete those that I have done earlier. So let's delete those. And you see there is the session tabs here, and that we'll get to in a minute. Okay, let's first see where the settings are. You go to the edit button here, and you go to preferences. And there you can make your settings. Now here again, the directory, or in Windows terms, the folder that I chose is a desktop. But again, here you can choose, the either your pictures folder or floppy drive if you have any. Okay, so let's keep it to desktop, and gives you this funny file name. Who cares about it? And it automatically saves the file. And then there are a whole slew of other options that you can choose here. You can explore those yourself. It's usually not necessary. You can go with the defaults. Okay, now let's go through the different ways. Selection. Okay, selection is a snip. So we'll make the snip, And in the old fashion here, we'll take our ship here, and we didn't quite get it, but that's no problem because you have the possibility of moving this. Now we only moved it, we want to push it. Yeah, now we push it out, and now we have a nice snip of our whole boat. And what you do then, you double click on it, and it will appear here in the shutter window, and it will appear on the desktop, and here we can double click on it, and the picture viewer will show it to you. Okay, this is the first option. Then of course desktop, which will give us a whole desktop, complete desktop, and again here the picture appears and it shows the whole desktop. So nothing too complicated about it. And the third option is a window, an open window. And actually here it says select a window with your mouse. So let's just open one window. Let me take this one here. This is my command prompt. Oh, now it disappeared. Let's get it back. This is my command prompt window. So I make a picture of my window, and again I double click on it. Oops, no, I clicked on it too much. Now I have the black line in the window. That I didn't want. Let's do that again. Let's get rid of this whole stuff and do it again. Okay. And look at that. And we take a picture of the window. Okay, and we click on it, and we get it back. Here is our window, which happens to be my command prompt window. Pretty nice, isn't it? Okay, so we have 3 pictures now, and let's start with the maybe with the full desktop here. We can do certain things with it. We can edit it. So let's do the edit here, and maybe we want to make that a little bigger. Okay, so that we see the whole thing. We can edit this. For example, we can put a text into it. Here is a text option, the big A, and you can make a text window, and the text would come out in red, but we wouldn't see that very much. So let's change the color. How about yellow? Now if you want to select a color, you have to go to the little gizmo here and click on that, and then you can select the color, and that would make it yellow. And okay, now you can see the text. And then you right click on the little text window and say edit preference. A little strange way of doing it, but that's the way it's being done. And this is our, let's take 2 lines, new text. Oops, that's not it. Okay, so this is our new text, should appear in the little text window, and there it is. And if you want to be fancy, you can go up here, that's draw the rectangle, and you use this, and you draw a rectangle around it, and there you are. Then you can do other things, like for example an arrow. Where are the arrows? Here's the arrow, and can make an arrow to it. And if you don't like the color, you can change it again and again you have to go to the little gizmo. Let's say you want a green arrow. How about that? A green arrow. You say okay, and now your arrow is green, and so on and so forth. So there is quite a few functions you can explore them yourself. Freehand lines, highlighter, straight line, arrow we had, rectangle we had. You can draw an ellipse. We had the text. Here you can censor a portion. That's interesting. Hiding private data, or you can use this pixelizer portion. Let's just use that for. You can pixelize, for example, if you wanted to pixelize the word text. You draw this over it, and it pixelizes it. Well, as I said, there's quite a few options here. to edit your pictures and to make comments on them, which is very handy. For example, I make a lot of tutorials where I need pictures, written tutorials, and then I always use this technique to actually comment on the pictures, which is very good. Okay, now let's get out of here. Do you want to save it? No, we don't want to save it. Okay, now let me show you another option which you have, and maybe we use a selection for that, which is really handy. Suppose you took that picture or snip or what have you and want to send it to a friend. Well, very easy. You export it. Export. And here you have options again to where you want to export it. The one that is chosen here is image check, and there's quite a few others, but I really don't know any of those. But you can try them out. But image check is a trusted site. So let's upload it to image check. It'll take a couple of seconds to upload it to image check, but that is no problem. And see, upload it to image check. And you can, for example, choose the image link. And this is just a link that you copy. And that link you send to your friend. And if your friend gets it, he puts it in his browser and pastes it there. And let's see whether we get it. And he gets a picture. How about that? Or let's try another option. Oops. For example, you go here to done page, copy that, and again you put it into a browser. Paste it into the browser, and now you end up at image check. And here's your picture, and here are other options. For example, you have a forum code here. If, for example, you are on a technical forum or any old forum and you want to display the picture there, you copy this link and you paste it into the forum. And that is a very convenient way of doing things. Okay, so let's get out of here and let's get out of here. Oops. Okay, and we don't want to upload anymore. So uploading is extremely simple. And as I said, you have these session tabs here. So whenever you want to go to another picture, you can flip between the pictures you took. And they're anyhow on your desktop. And let's go back to the desktop. Desktop is here. Here they are all assembled on the desktop. Okay, and why did I put them on the desktop? Because there it's very easy to delete them. I don't have to go into any folders to delete them in the folder. So to summarize, a very simple snipping and screen capture tool to make quick snips or screen captures, and one that is fancier with which you can edit and where you can upload the pictures directly. I think that is a good deal. So see you next time. So much for that. Let's stop this.